This window shows the veneration of Edward the Confessor. Edward spent the first part of his life in Normandy. He grew up with deep religious views and gained the nickname Confessor. Edward was made a saint in 1161, and the central panel shows him in his full glory. He's holding a jewelled gold ring, which is central to his story. Let's take a look at the window panel by panel. The top left panel probably shows Edward naming Edgar as the heir to his throne. Succession was not so clear-cut in the 11th century. Edgar was nicknamed Atheling, which means throne-worthy, and had been brought up at the court since he was 6 years old. He was briefly declared king after Edward's death, but as a young teenager was not thought fit to lead an army. Eventually William took the crown following the Battle of Hastings. Edgar lived out his life in the country and in peace. The left middle panel shows how Edward lived off his own lands and was known to be good to his subjects. The left lower panel shows Edward being crowned king in 1042. The middle bottom panel shows the first part of the story of the ring. It's said that on a journey back from Mass on the feast day of St. John the Evangelist, King Edward was stopped by a beggar asking for money for the poor. The king, who had no money on him, took a ring from his finger and gave it to the man. In the middle top panel we see two pilgrims in Jerusalem meeting an old man who asks them to return the ring to the king. He tells them that in 6 months the king will come to live with him. When the pilgrims ask who he is, the man replies, St. John the Evangelist. Supposedly this happened 6 months before King Edward died. In the right bottom panel, the ring is being returned to the king. The top right panel shows Edward healing the sick, a power that's attributed to him. The right middle panel is a testament to his piety, which ultimately led to his being made a saint.